Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Buddhism 4:30, Buddhist Meditation Traditions class. Today's date is November 9, 2021. I'm not at my regular place, but I hope everything goes well. Everybody's doing okay, I guess. And as you may know, today is the midterm. Last week, we announced that today we are having the midterm. So hope you are ready for the midterm. We will review what we did during the past 5 weeks. We started with introduction, and then I gave you the background information for Buddhist meditation, the history and the little development of Buddhist meditation. Remember, we were talking about the meditation was not a purely Buddhist invention. It was there during the time of the Buddha, even before he attained enlightenment. It was there. He followed it and he practiced it, and he was able to have concentration, higher level of concentration. And later, after he attained enlightenment, he realized that suffering cannot be overcome with the existing meditation techniques. And he invented the new one, which we call Vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation or insight meditation. So over the last 5 weeks, we were discussing these things, and you will get some questions based on what we discussed in the class. So meditation, we use a Pali word, if you may remember, bhavana. Bhavana is mental culture, mental development. When you say mental development, it is not just keeping your eyes closed and sitting. Mental development. To develop your mind, there are many different techniques identified by the Buddhist practitioners. Buddhism, so to speak. And one of the techniques is what we call samatha bhavana, concentration meditation, calming meditation. Samatha means calming down. So in meditation, in one of the meditations, the goal is to calm yourself down, calm oneself down. To achieve that status, you need to follow certain instructions, certain procedure. The procedure is that you have to look at things slowly. For instance, we were talking about the in-breath and out-breath meditation, anapanasati. We always have the in-breath and out-breath if we are alive. So that means our meditation subject is with us all the time. Breath. So with the breath, we practice when we breathe in, we are aware that I am breathing in. When you breathe out, you are aware that you are breathing out. That happens 24 hours, 7 days, non-stop. But the thing is, we are not aware of it. We do not pay attention to it. When you pay attention to that simple activity, that activity that happens without any effort, you don't have to put effort to breathe. It automatically happens. But when you separate that activity and you watch over it, how it happens, whether it is a long breath or a short breath. Likewise, if you pay attention to it, then your mind gets calmer and calmer and slower, that will bring a lot of concentration in your mind. When your mind is concentrated, it is easy for you to see things clearly. Just like in muddy water, in a cup of muddy water, you cannot see inside. But when it is settled down, you can see transparently, you can see through the mud. So that concentration is needed to see things clearly. The next level of Buddhist meditation is the vipassana or insight meditation. Insight meditation, that could happen only when your mind is concentrated. When the mind is not concentrated, insight is not happen. So insight is possible only when the mind is concentrated. Insight is the unique meditation technique taught by the Buddhism. There what you do is to investigate yourself. You investigate any action in the world. First, better for you to investigate yourself. How is my life? It is governed by 3 characteristics. What are the 3 characteristics? The first one is my life, my body, my life is totally changing, transitory, in a state of flux. Every moment, my body changes. Even the minute parts of my body, cells, everything changes every second, every second. So when you analyze these things and see how change happens, not just in my body internally, but external things also the same thing. Every second, everything changes. When you analyze things and investigate those things, examine those things, you get an understanding, you get an insight that the whole world is in a state of flux, state of change. And the second one is, if things change, the next thing that follows with change is suffering. Because of the change, we have to suffer. When things change, when things undergo the natural change pattern, our mind gets a little bit upset and suffering arises. So that is the second insight that we get. Our cause of our suffering is not done by anybody else. It is I myself create my suffering because of my ignorance, because of my not understanding things as it is. I suffer. Third one is that there is no a permanent self. If there is a permanent self, Atma, permanent self or soul, then I have control over it. Somebody can control it. But in this situation, we do not have any control. Things are transitory, changing, and that brings unhappiness, suffering, dissatisfaction. So therefore, there is no somebody who is called God or some creator or some other power that controls it. That understanding comes with the insight meditation. That is the insight born out of this practice. and then you become a totally different person. Your responses to the things in the world, experiences, are totally refined and different from others. This is the insight meditation. And to be free from suffering, you need to come to this insight. That is the Buddhist argument. So samatha and vipassana, insight arises from vipassana. So samatha and vipassana are the two main meditation techniques identified by the Buddha in Buddhism. So these two things we were discussing in our classes. Pay attention to those things and then answer the questions. Also, overall understanding about the Buddhist meditation, how it began, how it developed. Still, we have to talk more in the future classes, but up until now, we have been paying attention to certain degree of development in Buddhist meditation, right? So we were discussing these things, talking about these things, and now in this week you have to, when you get the questions in your email, answer the, I guess there will be 2 questions. Answer them, writing questions. And as usual, I'm asking you, please submit your midterm as a Microsoft Word document attachment to your email. Do not just write things on the email platform. Make an attachment. That's the only way that I can trace you. Otherwise, I will not take the other answers into consideration. So please do that. Still, I see people are writing their answers on the email platform. I don't know. I don't need that. Please, if you want to get grades, please submit it as an attachment with your name mentioned there. Otherwise, I do not know who is giving what. So please do that. You have 1 week time, or more than enough, to do the midterm, do a little research, and do good work. That is the purpose of doing this thing. So I think with that, everything is clear, I guess. If not, please ask me. I will answer your questions, and good luck with the midterm. Okay, midterm is one of the important criterion in our agenda, okay, in our syllabus. So please don't miss it. Do it to your best, and good luck. That's it for today. Thank you. You will get the midterm.